Today I'm going to keep reading the Giraffe, the Pelly and Me, and I just wanted to remind you where we left off yesterday. So when we finished reading yesterday, the boy, the main character in the story, had met the other characters in the story. So we met the pelican, the giraffe, and the monkey. And he's learning about their ladderless window cleaning company. So we're going to keep reading today. And as we're reading today, we're going to be thinking about other story elements that are coming up. So we're going to see if there are any characters that continue to be introduced, and we're also going to think about the problem in the story. So I'm going to get reading. "We are the window cleaners," sang out the monkey. "We will polish your glass till it's shining like brass, and it sparkles like sun on the sea. We are quick and polite, we will come day or night to the Giraffe, the Pelly and Me. We're a fabulous crew, we know what to do, and we never stop work to drink tea. All your windows will glow when we give them a go, the Giraffe, the Pelly and Me. We use water and soap, plus some kindness and hope, but we never use ladders, not we. Who needs ladders at all when you're 30 feet tall? Not Giraffe, and not Pelly, not me." I stood there, enthralled. That means he was very interested. Then I heard the giraffe saying to the pelican in the next window, "Pelly, my dear, be so good as to fly down and bring that small person up here to talk to us." At once the pelican spread his huge white wings and flew down on the road beside me. "Hop in," he said, opening his enormous beak. I stared at the great orange beak and backed away. "Go on," the monkey shouted from up in his window. "The Pelly isn't going to swallow you. Climb in." I said to the pelican, "I'll only get in if you promise not to shut your beak once I'm inside." "You have nothing to fear," cried the pelican. "And let me tell you why. I have a very special beak. A special beak I have. You'll never see a beak so fine. I don't care where you go. There's magic in this beak of mine. Hop in and don't say no." I told you yesterday that pelicans have very special beaks, and we're going to continue to learn why today. "I will not hop in," I said, "unless you swear on your honor that you won't shut it once I'm inside. I don't like small, dark places." "When I have done what I am just about to do," said the pelican, "I won't be able to shut it. You don't seem to understand how my beak works." "Show me," I said. "Watch this," cried the pelican. I watched in amazement as the top half of the pelican's beak began to slide smoothly backwards into his head until the whole thing was almost out of sight. It bends and until the whole thing was out of sight. "It bends and goes down inside the back of my neck," cried the pelican. "Is that not sensible? Is that not magical?" "It's unbelievable," I said. "It's exactly like one of those metal tape measures that my father's got at home. When it's out, it's straight. When you slide it back in, it bends and disappears." That's the pelican's beak, and he's able to make it go in and slide down his throat. "Precisely," said the pelican. "You see, the top half is of no use to me unless I'm chewing fish. The bottom half is what counts, my lad. The bottom half of this glorious beak of mine is the bucket in which we carry our window cleaning water. So if I didn't slide the top half away, I'd be standing around all day long holding it open. So I slide it away for the rest of the day. Even so, I'm still able to speak. And wherever I've flown, it has always been known as the pelican's patented beak. If I want to eat fish, that's my favorite dish. All I have to do is give it a tweak. In the blink of an eye, out it pops, and they cry, 'It's the pelican's patented beak.'" "Stop showing off down there," shouted the monkey from the upstairs window. "Hurry up and bring that small person up to us. The giraffe is waiting." I climbed into the big orange beak, and with a swoosh of wings, the pelican carried me back to his perch on the windowsill. The giraffe looked out her window at me and said, "How do you do? What is your name?" "Billy," I told her. So our main character does have a name. "Well, Billy," she said, "we need your help, and we need it fast. We must have some windows to clean. We've spent every penny we had buying this house, and we've had to earn some more money quickly. The Pelly is starving, the monkey is famished, and I am perishing with hunger. The Pelly needs fish, the monkey needs nuts, and I am even more difficult to feed. I am a geranious giraffe, and a geranious giraffe cannot eat anything except the pink and purple flowers of the tinkle tinkle tree. But those, as I am sure you know, are hard to find and expensive to buy. The pelican cried out, "Right now I'm so hungry I could eat a stale sardine." Has anyone seen a stale sardine or a bucket of rotten cod? I'd eat the lot upon the spot. I'm such a hungry broad. Every time the pelican spoke, the beak I was standing in jiggled madly and up and down, and the more excited he got, the more it jiggled. The monkey said, "What Pelly's really crazy about is salmon." "Yes, yes," cried the pelican, "salmon! Oh, glorious salmon! I dream about it all day long, but I never get any." "And I dream about walnuts," shouted the monkey. "A walnut fresh from the tree is scrumptious, galumpious, so flavory, savory, so sweet to eat that it makes me all wobbly just thinking about it." At exactly that moment, a huge white Rolls Royce, which is the type of car, pulled up right below us, and a chauffeur in a blue and gold uniform got out. He was carrying an envelope in a one-gloved hand. "Good heavens," I whispered. "That's the Duke of Hampshire's car." "Who is he?" asked the giraffe. "That's the richest man in England," I said. The chauffeur knocked on the door of the grubber. He looked up and saw us. He saw the giraffe, the Pelly, the monkey, and me, and all staring down at him from above. But not a muscle moved in his face. Not an eyebrow was raised. The chauffeurs of very rich men are never surprised by anything they see. The chauffeur said, "His Grace, the Duke of Hampshire, has instructed me to deliver this envelope to the Lattice Window Cleaning Company." "That's us," cried the monkey. The giraffe said, "Be so good as to open the envelope and read us the letter." The chauffeur unfolded the letter and began to read. "Dear Sirs, I saw your notice as I drove by this morning. I've been looking for a decent window cleaner for the last 50 years, but I have not found one yet. My house has 677 windows in it, not counting the greenhouse, and all of them are filthy. Kindly come and see me as soon as possible. Yours truly, Hampshire." That, added the chauffeur in a voice with awe and respect, was written by His Grace the Duke of Hampshire in his own hand. The giraffe said to the chauffeur, "Please tell His Grace the Duke that we will be with him as soon as possible." The chauffeur touched his cap and got back into the Rolls Royce. "Whoopee!" shouted the monkey. "Fantastic!" cried the pelican. "That must be the best window cleaning job in the world." "Billy," said the giraffe, "what is the house called, and how do we get there?" "It is called Hampshire House," I said. "It's just over the hill. I'll show you the way." "We're off!" cried the monkey. "We're off to see the Duke." The giraffe stooped low and went out through the tall door. The monkey jumped off the windowsill onto the giraffe's back. The pelican, with me in his beak, hanging on for dear life, flew across and perched on the very top of the giraffe's head. And away we went. It wasn't long before we came to the gates of the Hampshire house, and as the giraffe moved slowly up the great wide driveway, we all began to feel just a little bit nervous. "What's he like, this Duke?" the giraffe asked me. "I don't know," I said, "but he's very, very famous and very rich. People say he has 25 gardeners just to look over his flower beds." Soon the huge house itself came into view, and what a house it was! It was a palace. It was bigger than a palace. "Just look at those windows," cried the monkey. "They'll keep us going forever." Then suddenly we heard a man's voice a short distance to the right. "I want those big black ones at the top of the tree," the man was shouting. "Get me those great big black ones." We peered round the bushes and saw an oldish man with an immense white mustache standing under a tall cherry tree and pointing his walking stick in the air. There was a ladder against the tree, and another man, who was probably a gardener, was up the ladder. "Get me those great big black juicy ones right at the very top," the man was shouting. I can't reach them, Your Grace, the gardener called back. The ladder, it isn't long enough. Ugh! Shouted the Duke. I was so looking forward to eating those big ones. And we're going to stop here. So, my question for you today is, 1, were there any new characters introduced in the story? And you can go back and rewind if you need to listen again. But I want to know if there are any new characters or new settings that were introduced, actually. So both of those, any new characters or any new settings introduced. And then the second thing I want to know is there a problem in the story yet? Or maybe there was a problem and it got fixed, or maybe there's a problem that was mentioned that might come up later. I just want to know, do you think there's a problem in this story so far? So thank you for listening to today's edition of the Giraffe and the Pelly and Me, and we will pick up again tomorrow.